Good afternoon, Vapors Fruity Clouds here again with another premium juice review. Today we're looking at pink lemonade from Element. It's from their dripper range, which is an 80-20. They also have it in the 50-50 VGPG as well. I got this for €11 from intaste.de on special, but it normally retails for $15.99. It comes in a 0, a 3 or a 6 milligrams, and it is a quite small 20ml bottle. Now, a couple of things I'd like to say about this before we start. First of all, the 20ml bottle is tiny in comparison to, say, Crumbleberry, which is a 30ml for a couple of extra euros, or Dinner Lady, 2 excellent juices, also 30ml. So there's that to be considered. The other thing that is well, one of the positives about it, they have this fantastic little dripper. This little dripper here, as you can see it, it has a curved end, and that makes for really interesting because you can actually get to the bottom corner of the bottle and take out all the juice. So for 20ml, you definitely want to get the rest of the juice out. Okay, so what do I have here today? I have my mod. On my mod, I have an R200, and with my R200, I have, which is a smock, I have the Baby Beast on top with a Q2 coil. It's a 0.4 ohm. Running at 70 watts, and yeah, so let's go forward from there. Now, I've been dripping this and using it in the tank, and I must be honest that it drips better than it uses in the tank, which is to be expected with this particular type of juice, as you're seeing it's from the dripper range. And I just want to read you the profile. My computer's just kicking up, so I'll just tell you before I get to that, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a juice test, we're going to do a smell test, we're going to do a taste test, we're going to do a nose and a throat hit, we're going to look at the flavour, vapour production, and then we're going to look at the flavour. I'm going to give you marks out of 5 for each of those. I'll tell you if it's an all-day vape or not, and then I will tell you if it's value for money. Just give me 1 second, and I'll get into my computer. Alright, brilliant. So let me read you the profile very quickly. It says, pucker up and prepare to relish a hot summer's day. Zingy lemonade blends with just the right amount of red fruit. A slight tang on the tongue gives way to a smooth citrus exhale. Well, that sounds a very nice piece of marketing. Well, let's see if it lives up to that reputation. First of all, we're going to have to do the smell test. Now, it's got a childproof bottle and I'm struggling with it, so that's a good thing. It really does have a strong smell of good lemonade. You don't really pick up the grapefruit in the flavour, but the lemonade is absolutely fantastic. It's like R-White or Sprite or one of these. It really does smell like you just open a can of Sprite. Let's move on to the taste, see if that has any effect, see if we can get some of that grapefruit coming through. Oh yeah. Oh, the bitterness of the grapefruit comes through, and it's a really good grapefruit flavour. It's got an intense grapefruit flavour that really has taken the words right out of my mouth. It's a very good flavour, and after that starts coming through this lemonade flavour, and it's a very good lemonade as well. There's a fizziness about it as well, which is it's really interesting. So yeah, let's move on. I'm going to give the smell and the taste both 4 out of 5. It smells pretty damn delightful. Okay, let's give it a nose hit and a throat hit. First I'll do the throat hit. Give you a mark out of 5, then we'll do a nose hit, a mark out of 5, and then we'll see how we go from there. On the throat hit, you get absolutely nothing. It's a quality VGPG that they're using, so there's no hit at all. It's 3 milligrams in this one, so you're not even getting any hit from the nicotine. How about the nose hit? Same with the nose hit. The nose hit doesn't affect you at all. There's no burning, there's no tingling, there's no sensation of discomfort. I think that's a great juice. I think that from a nose hit and throat hit, that's a solid 4 out of 5. I'm really good. Fantastic. Now, okay, let's look at the vapour production. I can already tell you, because I lost you just a moment ago, that the vapour's pretty good. A good, strong, billowing cloud. Makes me sound like I've eaten a carpet while I'm trying to talk to you, so that's also a good sign. The vapours drop, they're blue-grey, they drop straight to the floor, there's no hanging or lingering in the air. It's really good. Yeah, so it's a 4 out of 5. Solid, 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 solid. Okay, let's get on to the flavour. Now I want to tell you a little bit more about the flavour. I'm going to do an inhale. I'm going to do an exhale through the mouth and exhale through the nose, and then we'll just discuss what comes from there. On the inhale, you really pick up on the lemonade. It's really nice lemonade coming through. There's none of that bitterness from the grapefruit. That comes on the exhale, and it's part of the flavour that's left in your mouth, the aftertaste that comes through afterwards. There's a nice balance of the lemonade and the grapefruit as you exhale through your mouth. Now, another thing that's really interesting is it's not too sweet. Now, often these lemonade ones can be a bit too sickly sweet and not really very enjoyable. But this is different. This is actually very good when it comes to that particular point. Okay, exhaling through the nose, you really do pick up more of the grapefruit coming through, and you pick up a subtleness of the lemonade, and it has a fizziness to it. And I don't really know how they managed to do that. It almost tastes carbonated. It's really good. It's a really good, solid lemonade. But there are a few things that I'd like to mention. First of all, if your coil's a couple of days old, you can run into a few problems. Unfortunately, it has a flavour which is reminiscent of opening a desk at school, and the smell that hits you from the fruit that died in there with the pencil sharpenings. And that's truly down to the fact that this is quite a sensitive juice. It's not in the flavour at all. It is actually what happens when you use a slightly older coil, one that's been used for a couple of different juices. Also, if you have this in here and you have a juice in here that has quite a strong flavour, this is affected by it, unfortunately. So it has its drawbacks or its limitations. You need to use it on a nice fresh coil. You need to make sure that you use it effectively with, and that you are not using it with other juices that might have a strong flavour that will then adversely affect the flavour of the grapefruit and the lemonade. If you can do that, you're really onto a winner, because this is a really, really tasty juice. Okay, so is it an all-day vape or not? Well, not for me, because I'm stuck with this in one bottle. It does get a little bit sweet after about 4 tanks, and I wanted to move on to something else, and I don't want to drink lemonade all day. So for me, it's not an all-day vape. For you, it might be. You may enjoy it. My overall rating for this, because the flavour, which is a 3.8 because of the limitations, and my overall rating is actually a 3.9. 4s across the board, but the flavour has limitations with an older coil. So a 3.9 in total for my overall rating. Would I buy it again? Well, it's a maybe, and there's a couple of reasons why it's a maybe. The ones I've just stated so far about the flavour and the older coils. The second one being it's 20ml bottle. Come on, guys. Element, 20 and 60 mils. This is the 21st century. We have bottles of really fantastic juice for a couple of extra euros. Over here, a couple of extra euros. These are 30 mils. I'm going to go buy these before I buy that. And that's simply down to economics. Alright, is it value for money? Is not sure. I'm not sure really it is value for 20 mils. It's a lot. It's an expensive juice. It does have a great flavour, but it has limitations. And those limitations are not just the flavour, but also the size and the cost. Alright, in conclusion, this is a great lemonade flavour. The grapefruit is spot on. It's a very good bitter grapefruit. Not too bitter, not too sweet, not too strong, and a well-balanced juice. If you have a clean coil and you use it without any other juice in your tank. So you need a tank specifically to one side that you can use this in to then not adversely affect the flavour. Okay, so that's from me today. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great juice, and that leaves me just to say, follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, like this if you like this thing, leave me a comment, tell me if you found the same or different with the element juices, with the pink lemonade. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say as well. Follow me on Instagram. I've just gone through 500 followers on Instagram. Fruity Clouds, all one word. And of course, if you don't have Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, Fruity Clouds, and you can like my page, and you'll see a lot of the pictures that I have from there. Also, some other articles and a few other bits and pieces that I found online that I want to share with you. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, vaping, it's a way of life.